Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session on Tai Chi Chuan with Dr. Randy Sugawara. We hope to learn today the internal arts, meditative movements to achieve a quiet mind and calm body. Dr. Sugawara has a PhD in counseling psychology and is a certified Qigong and Tai Chi Chuan instructor. He teaches moving meditations to reduce emotional and mental stress. Disclaimer, the Wellness Tips website, live wellness sessions, and recorded videos provide general information, education, and discussion about wellness and well-being topics. The information that we provide should not be considered or used for medical treatment, diagnosis, or as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have any health concerns, please consult your healthcare provider and or call 911 if it's an emergent help. Thank you so much, and take it away, Dr. Randy.
Thank you, Arlene. Well, hello, all you good people out there. My interest in sharing what I've learned over my years teaching martial arts and self-protection and self-care. Today, I want to show you something very simple that you can apply in your work. Today, we're doing a standing posture with my feet shoulder width apart, my hands and arms relaxed, and I soften my kneecaps. I want to imagine a string pull the back of my head up and my chin tucked in. This is just simply standing in what's called the Wuji posture. Now, we want to activate belly button breathing. For those of you that have been practicing yoga or other forms of physical therapy, you've probably been taught belly button breathing. So I'm going to activate my belly button breathing. And when I exhale, I hear myself say, relax. Another deep breath. Let it go. Another deep breath. And when I'm exhaling, I'm hearing myself say, I'm okay. So this is what I call the three mnemonics. Relax, let it go, I'm okay when I'm exhaling. That takes about 10 seconds. It can really help you reduce any stress and relax in the moment. So after doing your three mnemonics, noticing I'm standing in Wuji, my hands relaxed at the side. What I want you to do is, we're going to do a before and after. There's a thing in martial art we talk about relaxing the quad. And the quad is that section between my upper thigh muscle and my groin area on both legs. So what I'm going to do to show you the before and after is I'm going to stand tall, lock my knees, and as I turn to one side, you might notice that area between the upper thigh and the groin just kind of collapse and close. So go the other way, the same thing happens, it collapses and closes. We want to open what's called the claw, open the claws. So I'm going to do that by relaxing my kneecaps. And another pointer is the knees follow the direction of my toes. So as I'm relaxed, my feet are about 45 degrees. And I turn to the right, noticing my kneecaps follow direction of my toes. That quad area, the upper thigh muscles and that point next to my groin area is opening. Same on this side if I turn this way. So again, stand up tall and turn. Notice it collapsed and closed in. Turn the other way. Notice it collapsed and closed in. Now, relax the kneecaps. Let the knees follow the direction of the toes. Now, when you turn, notice that area is a little more open and more mobile. Continuing that sense of relaxation through your belly button breath. Now, the movement we're going to do today is called silk reeling. It looks like this. I'm going to imagine holding a ball. And when I turn to my right, relaxing my quad, the kneecaps follow direction of my toe, and about 45 degrees. So 45 degrees would be from here to about there. I cannot go any further. If I do that, that's when I start collapsing. So I'm limited by that. About 45 degrees, holding the imaginary beach ball and turning to one direction. And notice I'm turning to my right because my right arm is up. So we're going to turn in the direction of the upper arm. This is to my right. Again, to the right. Now I'm going to roll the ball. Now my left hand's on top. I'm going to go to the left. Turn the ball. My right hand's on top, I go to the right, turn the ball, and I go to the left. All right, let's stand up again. Standing tall. Belly button breath. 3 mnemonics. I'll start it with you. So first you exhale, just blow it out. Inhale. As you exhale, hear yourself say relax. Inhale. Exhale, hear yourself say let it go. Inhale. And I'm okay. Relax, let it go, I'm okay. Soft kneecaps, straight pull the back of my head up, chin tucked in, spine is straight. Going back to the holding the imaginary beach ball. I turn to the right, I open my quad, I turn the ball, and I go to the left. Turn the ball, and go to the right. One more to the left, and so on. Now what I want to do is add breathing to this. So the breathing is going to accentuate that sense of calmness and relaxation. What I'm going to do is first, let's do an exhale. So I'm going to turn to the right, exhale, turn the ball, inhale as you go to the left. Exhale as you go to the opposite direction. Turn the ball, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, good. Shake it out. Shrug your shoulders. Shake your hands. Shake like we're shaking water off your hands. Shrugging my left, right shoulders. Okay. And one interesting warm up, we're going to do what's called a helicopter blade. I didn't include this in my original agenda, but I'm feeling like I want to share this with you. So the helicopter blade looks like this. Both hands are forward, and one hand will go forward. In my case, my right hand going forward, the left hand goes back. I'm going to put the two together and clap in the middle. Right, forward, left. All right. Left forward, right back, clap in the middle. And if you're not getting it, that's okay. In time, with enough practice, your synapses will grow and get new brain cells. Okay. Shake it all out. Hold the beach ball. Exhale, one direction. Inhale, the other direction. Turn the ball. Inhale, exhale. Now in time, you may notice that the breathing gets a little slower, therefore your movements will start slowing down, which is a good thing. Okay, review again, just to make sure we understand what the posture is. So my feet about shoulder width apart, and relax my kneecaps. My spine is straight, chin tucked in, hands relaxed at the side, activate the belly button breathing. And remember, when I'm turning, the kneecaps follow the direction of my toes. So if I'm turning to this direction, for example, and I collapse my knees, I notice my quads shut down. The kneecaps follow toes. Now, for those that are able, and you want to get a little more respiratory exercise and a little bit more muscular toning, you could do what I'm going to do now, which is getting a wider stance. And I'm going to start with my feet together. Then I pivot on the heel, separate my feet out. Now I pivot on the toes, the ball of my feet, and then again on the heels. So now I'm a little wider than my shoulders. This is if you want to get a little more toning and a little bit more respiratory effect out of this. And again, returning to one direction, And turning to the other direction, kneecaps following the feet. You could do your breath work too if you want to add this to it. Yeah, inhale, exhale, and so on. I'm mechanically demonstrating for those that are new to this. Again, this is called silk reeling, and this is what's referred to as the one-dimensional method of teaching. There's 2 and 3 dimensions, but right now I'm just going to make sure that you understand the mechanics. Okay. Another variation to this is taking a wider stance out, in which case we're going to do a weight shift. And the way I do that is I'm going to step out a shoulder and a half. I first pivot on one foot, then I squat down, and I'm going to step out a shoulder and a half. So notice I'm a much wider stance. In this case, when we're making our turn, we're going to shift the weight. So for example, my right hand's on top, I'm going to turn to the right. Now I shifted the weight to my right leg. Turn the ball, and I'm going to shift this way to my left. And as I do that, I'm going to pivot on the seat, on the heel of my feet. So notice I'm doing that with my feet. Turn the ball, pivoting again on the bottom of my feet, on the heels. So the knees still follow direction of my toes. Turn the ball. Turn the ball, shifting the weight. Turn the ball, shifting the weight. And one more, turn the ball. And shift. Now we'll add the breath work to it. Let's exhale, blow it out. Inhale. Turn the ball, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now some caveats. One is try not to do any leaning. You want to keep your spine straight. Imagine a bowl of water on your head as you're doing your rotations. You could look at a horizontal line. And another tip, as you're moving with your hands, notice you're feeling like you're in a pool of water, pushing water with your hands. So notice my upper hand with the palm out, or the palm facing you. So we went from the variation of holding the imaginary ball and now feeling like you're in a swimming pool pushing water. In this case, with my palms out, palm out. And this one with the palm facing toward me. These are variations on the silk reeling posture. And then we add the breath work to it. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, one more. And feet together. And that's one set of silk reeling routines. So we started with the very simple one, which was shoulder width apart, holding an imaginary beach ball, rotating the ball, and so on. Again, make sure the quads open, relax the kneecaps, follow direction of your toes. The other stance we did was this one, 45 degrees, squatting down, holding the beach ball. This one can include the weight shift if you like. Right now, I just want to keep it simple enough you understand the basics. Again, following the breath if you wish. And then the Other variation was a wider stance. So I step out one shoulder and a half. So now I'm in a wider stance. Hold the imaginary beach ball. And the ball. Remember, with this case, we have to pivot on the heels to make sure our kneecaps will follow direction of the toes. Now, if some of you have knee issues, I would not recommend that one. I would just try to do the one where your feet are shoulder width apart to minimize any aggravation to knee issues. Similar with the hips, if you have hip issues, probably a narrow stance for you folks might be better than a wider stance. So find your own sweet spot that works for you so you don't aggravate any other existing pain issues. Reviewing it from the top, with your feet together, you step out a shoulder width apart, hands relax at the side, activate your belly button breathing. Feel the strength, pull the back of the head up, chin tucked in, hands relax at the side. 3 mnemonics. So first you exhale, then we inhale. As I exhale, I hear myself say, relax. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. I'm okay. Once that's registered in my body's feeling more calm, my mind's a little quieter. I feel a sense of chi flowing through my body. I've been doing this many, many years. So even when I stand in this posture, it's like turning on a light switch automatically. I could feel the chi beginning to expand. So in your case, in the beginning, it's mechanical, but after a while, you actually feel this sensation of energy expanding like a balloon filling up, or your light bulb getting brighter and brighter. In today's case, what we're doing is silk reeling. So you hold imaginary beach ball. Remember, when you turn in the direction of the upper arm, open the quad, roll the beach ball, turn to the left with my quad open, one more to the right, turn the ball, one more to the left. All that time, my knees are following my toes, my quad is open. When we do the breath work, again, you exhale one direction, inhale, exhale, inhale, roll the ball, exhale, one more, roll the ball. And we talked about the hand posture too. So in this case, I'm going to take a wider stance. I'll do the 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add the weight shift to it. So I'm going to do my palm out, weight shift, palm out. Remember, I keep my spine straight, full of water on my head. And for those, again, who want to get a little more muscle toning, step out a shoulder and a half. Shifting the weight, keeping the knees following the toe. Now, in advanced classes, we add what's called the figure 8. And that's going to start rippling up through my body as I imagine I'm on a figure 8. And it'll start to cause this kind of a body response to the imaginary figure 8s under my body and under my feet. What that doing is causing a rippling, undulating effect through the torso. It looks like that. So we're in Tai Chi, we talk about yin yang, so closing and then opening. The closing is the yin, the opening is the yang. So a lot of these sort of subtle elements can go into silk reeling, starting with the basics again from here. And then eventually you advance to the more, what I call the three-dimensional movements. And what I mentioned a second ago is that there's a concept called the figure eight. And the figure eight theoretically allows my joints to have more flexibility, more movement. The tendons and ligaments around it get more flexibility, the larger muscles get more stretched. Eventually it becomes one fluid series of movements. So in Tai Chi, we say if one joint moves, all joints move. So if you imagine a series of gears all connected together, if you move one small gear, it's going to transfer through all the other joints, and all the other gears begin to also move as well. Let me do one more aspect of this again. So I'm going to take the wider stance. And as I do my figure eights, this is advanced motion. I talked about yin and yang. There's also a concept of squeezing, which is a sensation you get from your qigong postures. You begin to feel this element like a balloon filling up. You squeeze the balloon, you can actually feel some energy in here squeezing as I do my motion. So I'm expanding, feeling this qi expanding, and compressing. And then expanding and then compressing again. So again, repeating what I was just saying is that the joints are all working together, rotating together to make a movement here. Everything ripples up, similar to here. Using that feeling I'm in a pool of water. If I exaggerate so you can sort of see the mechanics of it, I'm doing this. So spine is getting in there, the hips and waist are getting in there, turning the wrist and joints between my shoulders, elbow, and wrist, all part of that. Now, I think that's pretty complete and a lot of in-depth tips that I've been giving you. As I said, the figure eight I just did, the last one, is an advanced form of the silk reeling. I don't expect you to understand or get that, but some of you may. And if you can do the basic silk reeling, give yourself, say, 60 seconds, 1 minute, just practicing the rotation, the mechanics of it, claw opening, adding the breath work for 1 minute, 60 seconds. You get a lot of health benefits from that. When you finish, bring your hands to your side, maintain your belly button breathing. Your feet will be together. And we say your left palm is open, right hand's a fist. This is how you close your session, even for yourself. This would be fun to do. And when you're with other fellow students, this is a way of saying hello, your goodbyes, and your thank yous. So Arlene, I think that completes this presentation on silk reeling. And if you want to kick in, and you can do a Q&A.
Thank you so much, Dr. Randy. Everyone, if you have any questions for Dr. Randy, can you please post your question on the chat? So we have one question. Dr. Randy, for the first pose, the one we're in, you don't have to extend the legs. Do we have to move our feet to do that, to do the very basic posture?
No, the feet are going to start here. Then I just step out a shoulder width. Make sure you find your sweet spot when you're standing with your feet shoulder width apart. And as I'm turning to the right or to the left, the feet pretty much are stationary. They're not moving at all. It's not required to do any swiveling or repositioning of your feet, because you have basically a shoulder width stance. That's all you're doing. So no, the feet stay stationary.
Thank you. We have a comment from one participant. Thank you. That was great.
Okay, thanks. Well, appreciate the feedback.
So thank you so much, Dr. Randy, for your time. And we're over our time now. It's 12:35. And you can see all the hearts and all the loves that are being posted online through the emojis. And everyone, please complete the session eval, which is on their chat right now.
Thank you.